Okay, so Barcelona, 4:30 in the afternoon. The sun is shining outside. We should be all in the piscina. And I have the modest task to wow you. Yeah? I think it's going to be very difficult. So maybe I start with what are things that wow me? And apart from beautiful girls, it's actually languages. And I don't know whether you know, but there are 6,000 languages out there. And there are 3,000 languages which are on the verge of extinction. And probably everybody of us has learned a new language during our lifetime. And if I think about this process about learning languages, I could basically resume it in the way that learning a language can be actually really difficult. It's actually a process which is absolutely amazingly boring, expensive, time-consuming, definitely not fun. But even more surprising, there are actually 1 billion people out there learning English. And it's going to be 2 billion people by the year 2020. And people spend an amazing amount of money on language learning. They spend up to $90 billion in 2009, actually. It's a highly growing market. But funnily, there had been no innovation in language learning recently. I mean, we are all learning languages the same way, always borrowing grammar books with CD-ROMs, going to courses, speaking with our own native language, trying to learn other languages. So there had been very little innovation. We thought from Busuu.com that there's a huge market there to innovate in this business. So Busuu.com basically is a combination between individual learning and community learning. We combine individual courses, currently in 9 different languages. You have free access to audiovisual content with sounds and videos and so on in 9 different languages. And you can practice your language skills directly with other people from the community. I have a very short video. So it's a very audiovisual concept. Every language you learn is represented by a tree. The more you learn, the more the tree grows. If you're lazy, the tree shrinks. It's all based on learning units. We have more than 150 units with vocabulary, dialogue, writing exercises which are corrected by other native speakers from the community. All based on sound and photos. So it's a very, very interactive form of language learning. You don't learn by yourself. You learn with other people. We also have a mobile app, and there I completely agree with what we have been discussing in the mobile session this morning. It's just amazing. It took us 2 years to get to 1 million users online, and only 3 months to have 1 million downloads of our iPhone application. And now, after 8 months, actually, the app has been downloaded more than 2 million times. And last week, we won an award for being the best application for learning English in Germany. So it's a huge field for us as well. So after 3 years, we started this company here after doing an MBA at IE Business School in Madrid. Our 2 founders started in Madrid, and after 3 years, now we have more than 3 million users around the world, and every day more than 10,000 people sign up. If everything goes well, until the end of the year, we will have around 6 million users, and the market is so huge that the company could grow up to 50 million or even more users. So thinking about it, how we did that, and I think that's the idea of sharing our experiences, and as I only have 10 minutes, I had to pin it down to 6 different factors. I would say one important factor for sure was hard work. I mean, I believe there is no success in a startup without sitting in dark offices and working late at night and just dedicating yourself to doing that, and that's what we did, especially during 2 years at the beginning. Other important point is for sure the team. I founded together with a partner. I'm more for the nice marketing bullshit. He was more for the technical implementation. So we complemented each other very well. And our team right now consists of experts in language education, in sales, and so on. We are also, as mentioned in Madrid, also hiring. So if you're interested to come to a highly growing e-learning startup, then please send me also your CV. Financing is also an interesting point. We bootstrapped the company for 2 years. Then we started to look around and wanted to get money, but actually nobody wanted to give us money because it was the crisis, it was very difficult. And then we just continued by ourselves, changed part of our business model, and suddenly we didn't need necessarily the money anymore. So we were very cautious right now, and we did 2 angel rounds, one with an Austrian business angel, and another one very recently with Martin Wasowski, which is also the founder of Phone. Next point is customers. I mean, you were mentioning before, you have to focus on your customers. That's for sure. Actually, one of our customers is this attractive young lady. She comes from Austria, like myself. She's not my mother, but she's one of our power users. She spends on a daily basis between 4 to 5 hours on Busuu.com. She has corrected more than 30,000 exercises of other people. She's completely obsessed with this product. And I think that's something, we mentioned these ambassadors. I mean, when I founded a Web 2.0 company, I thought I'm going to meet 20-year-old girls, but suddenly I'm meeting 60-year-old women, and they're telling me about their obsession with our product and how they like the Busuu berries and whether I can change something. So it was very important that we listened very closely to our customers, and we adapted the product then accordingly. Other thing was partners. We partnered actually very early with important brands from the education or publishing industry. We have a partnership with IE Business School, where I basically come from. We partnered with Ponts, second biggest publisher in Germany in language education, with Collins, with The Guardian. You can now read on a daily basis articles from The Guardian, comment on it, and send it to a native speaker for your correction. So it was very important for our growth as well to get, of course, confidence from our users and to offer those partners to get access to our user base. Marketing. I mean, we had a very specific focus on marketing. Obviously, we are doing classical SEM, search engine marketing, and search engine optimization. But we also thought, okay, we are Web 2.0, we have to do something different. So we started to do a viral campaign, which I wanted to share with you quickly.
El silbo es un medio de comunicación a distancias largas.
No, el silbo solo sirve para comunicarse.
Este lenguaje silbado vino del norte de África con los primeros pobladores que llegaron aquí a Canarias.
Y se ha implantado de manera obligatoria hace 3 años en todos los centros escolares de la isla.
Si muere la cultura, estamos perdidos, eso está claro.
Ahora no silban, ahora tú no te enteras de nada. Ahora se pone más que el móvil en la oreja. No le dejaron nada. Eso es una enfermedad, mi niña, como un ordenador. Los ordenadores esos son enfermedades.
Hay lugares donde el teléfono no vale porque pierde cobertura, mientras que el silbo no la pierde.
Yo misma sé marcar primero con el silbo que con el teléfono.
El perro y una oveja y una cabra entienden el silbo.
Y yo las llamo por el silbo y me viene de donde estoy.
No le vamos a silbar lo mismo a un perro o a una oveja que a un humano, claro. Con el humano puedes hablar, con el perro no.
Es necesario por las rocas, por las profundidades, por las montañas. Pero si es cualquier otro idioma, las palabras se pueden decir igual, porque esto es fonético, ¿eh?
Tú puedes pronunciar hello y lo silbas hello.
Learn Silvo Gomero with Busuu.com. Busuu.com, the language learning community.
So, as you have seen, they're very, well, thanks. They're very interesting and sophisticated ways of communication here in Spain. And it was really, I think it's a wonderful video. It's a very charming video, and it's, I mean, it's not fake. Most of you probably are Spaniards, and you know that they have those languages, and it's now declared actually World Heritage by the UNESCO. And we did this viral video, we spread it around, and finally, we won a Silver Lion in Cannes with this campaign, which obviously is kind of the Oscar from the marketing industry. So it was a huge success for ourselves as well. And it gave us as well the way to play around with this topic of language learning or languages as itself. You also can learn Silvo Gomero at the website. If you go busuu.com/silvo, you have your learning units and you can try it out and whistle around. So after this success, we did it actually in 2009. We thought, okay, now we have the Silver Lion, so we want to do something else, something also creative. And I don't know whether you know it, but the name Busuu comes from a language Busuu from Cameroon, spoken by only 8 people. So the most logical thing was obviously to send a film team to Cameroon and to find those 8 people. Have a look.
Masaka ya no banusona.
Busuu.
Lapera zamana banusona.
Busuu.
Idanu busu ifobia busu. Busu carry fobia body rebel. O machon o kama be fobia bu.
Busuu.
O masa samba kadamumba.
Busuu.
O machon uwa otayaku.
Busuu.
Yeah, so you see, this was an 8 Busuu speaker. We also did a learning unit about Busuu. It was also a big success. I was even on CNN explaining the story, so the YouTube video was seen by more than 200,000 people, and you can download it as a ringtone. We did a remix for the summer, so just check it out and hope it will be played in Ibiza. So, I mean, basically, that's the summary of our success. I think it's obviously a combination of many different factors. But we were touching the topic as well of making a startup here in Europe or going to the US, and we were confronted with this topic quite a lot. And finally, we decided to stay here in Spain, and I'm absolutely convinced that there is the potential to make a big success of European startups. Spotify, Phone are 2 amazing examples. Exactly.
That's Busuu for time's up soon.
Time's up soon. And I'm just saying, go out there, plant your tree today, and just make it happen. Thank you very much.
Fantastic presentation. Have a seat.